Hello and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody who's joining us for our webinar today. Thank you for joining us for how Teambox uses Teambox. My name is Kim Wolf and I'm Marketing Manager here at the company, and I'm also joined by Josh Ireland, who's National Account Manager. Teambox is a powerful, easy-to-use collaboration platform. It's a single place for teams to organize and share tasks, ideas, and files, so it makes it really easy for you to get stuff done. It also gives you greater visibility into your work, improves team accountability, and makes it easy for you to keep track of your projects. So in today's webinar, I'm going to show you how we use Teambox here internally to collaborate and work together, plus give you a few tips to get started. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So I just want to give you a quick walkthrough of those who aren't familiar with Teambox. So the consumerization of the market has driven adoption of fragmented point solutions. On your left, you've got some narrow point solutions like your Yammers, your Asanas, Skype, and GoToMeeting. So these have a specific niche. And on your right-hand side, you have heavy solutions like SharePoint and Jive. And these are generally complex and expensive, and it's difficult to adopt and get people on board. And at the bottom, you've got file sharing solutions like Dropbox and Box that are in need of collaboration. So what Teambox is able to do is consolidate all these solutions and bridge the gap in the market. So there are a lot of tools out there that support different types of needs, but none of them bring everything together. And Teambox is able to give you a solution that makes it easy for you to collaborate with your team. So let's talk about prior to Teambox and what your organization typically looked like. You could never really work on a project with a colleague without long email chains back and forth. It was easy to lose track of who said what. People were constantly in face-to-face meetings, but even this wasn't effective for colleagues spread out all over the world. And from a management perspective, it was difficult to see where a team was with their objectives and to see who was responsible for which pieces of those projects. It was also easy to miss emails because sometimes, they ended up in your spam folders, or sometimes they just passed through filters and they were easily missed. So with Teambox, you're able to create a truly collaborative environment with greater visibility and accountability within your team. You'll be able to see all the tasks within your organization and know who's responsible for which part. So you're able to work together with your team easily and from a single place. So basically, Teambox helps you be more productive. It helps you gain greater visibility and accountability so you can get your work done. And I just want to turn it over briefly to Josh to talk about our Zoom video conferencing that we just announced yesterday.
Thanks, Kim. Thanks for joining us, Teamboxers. So we, as Kim had mentioned, we just released our Zoom integration. You probably saw some of the articles that came out yesterday, so I do want to talk a little bit about that. Zoom is a video conferencing and screen sharing solution that allows you to have HD video conferencing through the Teambox interface. So it's the kind of strong points here with Zoom are that the quality is amazing. There's no latency. It's all in high definition. You really feel like you're face-to-face. So some of the functionality that you'll see with Zoom is HD face-to-face video. As I had mentioned, some screen sharing, and you can actually take control of a conference, someone else's screen from Zoom as well. So there's also going to be it's going to kind of accentuate our help desk functionality as well. So not only can you accept tickets into your Teambox interface, but now you can actually have a call via Zoom and take control of another person's computer and help solve their issues for them. You can have up to 25 participants on the call at the same time, so you and 24 others. And it's available on your desktop, your mobile device, or your tablet. Cool thing about Zoom is that it's really easy to use, and with Teambox, we are enabling you full collaboration by integrating it with your project. So you can schedule a Zoom meeting from directly inside your Teambox interface under the apps, which Kim may or may not show today. It works seamlessly with iCal, Outlook, or Google Calendar. So when you go in to schedule the meeting from inside of Teambox, you can select which calendar you'd like that to sync with. And then you can have it right next to your Teambox tasks inside of your external calendar as well. There's no ID required, so all you do is you set up the meeting, and there's a link that's sent, and it'll just automatically allow you into the meeting that has previously been set up. You can have group or private text chat. And right now it's included in all Teambox plans. I do want to talk a little bit more about that. We are actually announcing our promotion for June on this webinar now. For any subscription for 10 or more users that is an annual or above, so anything, if you're a month-to-month customer, if you're not a customer yet but you're thinking about joining Teambox, if you sign up annually or any subscription above annually, we're actually going to include Zoom for free for the life of your subscription. So right now it's free included with the price. That will not last forever. It's only going to last a little while during our kind of announcement period, but until the end of June, you get Zoom for free with any annual or above subscription to Teambox. So thanks for listening, guys. I'm going to turn this back over to Kim.
Great. Thank you, Josh. Okay, so let's jump right into the demo. All right, so let me just bring this up. So here we've got the Teambox environment, and I'm just going to show you a little bit about how I use Teambox here every day to work more efficiently and just collaborate better with my team. So here we're in the dashboard, and this is kind of where I like to start my day because I get an overarching view of everything that's going on in my workload for the day. So first thing I do is check my notifications, and my notifications are here on the left. And this is any conversation tasks or notes that have been assigned to me or where I'm mentioned. They're going to show up right here. So I'm going to go ahead and check, and this visit has been resolved, so I'm just going to exit out. This is assigned to Julie, so I don't need to worry about that one, so I'm just going to go ahead and cross that out. And as you can see, they also appear here. You can check everything in your tasks, everything in your dashboard as well. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about notifications. It's really great because if you're like me and you're in a lot of projects, before you could be getting an email notification every time. So now what I can do is check all my notifications straight from the dash. And actually, let me show you right now how to edit your email notifications. So you just want to come up here and click to the gear icon on your top right, hit settings, and over here you'll see notifications. So all you want to do, you can click the ones that you want to be notified for, per project settings. I don't want any email notifications here. I want my marketing email notifications. So you can adjust all your settings here. And you can also adjust your daily digests. So if you don't want to receive any daily digests, just unclick there and then save. So next, let's go into my projects. You've got recent activities, and this again just kind of gives you an overarching view of what are the latest things that your team has been working on. So I can come up here and check kind of what's going on for the day. So next, I like to go into conversations because I want to see what my team is talking about lately. So I want to see if any of these discussions need to be moved to tasks. So let's have a look at the Spanish Tech Awards announcement. So I can go ahead and read here, and we've actually been nominated for a tech award in Spain. So Debbie's chiming in here. She says we should probably post this to our social media channels. I agree. So let's go ahead and convert this to a task. So let's say, yes, let's post this to LinkedIn and Twitter. And I'm going to assign this to Debbie because she manages social media. And let's do this right away. So she can do this by tomorrow. And convert. And this automatically becomes a task in Debbie's name. So she knows that she has till tomorrow to post this news on our social media channels. So let's go back to conversations and let's see, you know, if I need to chime in anywhere else. So let's have a look. Okay, there's the team offsite this month. You know, let's see, Debbie's discussed this with Julie and she's agreed to take the lead. And I want to chime in. I'll just say I have some contacts at Marriott that can give us a discount. So I'll just save that. So, you know, I'm just participating in this conversation. And then Julie and Debbie know that they can contact me to get that discount if we decide to use that hotel. So next, let's move on to tasks. And this is where, I think this is kind of where Teambox shines. And this is where you're probably going to be spending most of your time. So what I want to do first is I check to see, you know, any past due tasks that I have, to see what's outstanding and what needs to be completed. And I also kind of take an inventory on my team to see what's going on this week. So let's go ahead and look down here. And when I see this, the HD video and screen sharing announcement that Josh just talked about, so we announced this yesterday and I completed this, you know, so this is, what I want to do is go ahead and resolve this. So I can do this two ways. I can either, let me just put a note in here. I've already announced this, and it's on the wire. Okay. So I can click here on the status bar and click resolved and then save that. Or I can click up here on this little check mark, green check mark, hit save. There you go. And this is resolved. And then if I refresh, you'll see that my resolved tasks drop off of this task list. So see, it doesn't show up here anymore. Now, what happens to those completed tasks? Let's say I need to go back, you know, I wanted to check on something, I had a question about it. I just want to come here and click show completed tasks, and then they'll launch again. So I can go back, make any edits, or unresolve them, etc. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at some of the some of the other team tasks here. So we've got quite a few overdue tasks. You can see that they're in red. But, you know, we've been really busy with a product launch here lately, so I know everybody is swamped. So let's go ahead and look here. So, you know, Debbie's kind of overdue on this Tech 2003 conference. So I'm going to ask her about the status on this. You know, did you register in time for this conference? And I'm going to use the @ symbol to tag Debbie. So here, you know, you use the @ symbol to notify one of your team members. And I can, and what this will do is this will send an automatic notification and email to Debbie, so she knows that she needs to check on this. If I wanted everybody to be notified, I would just hit @all, and everybody in this project is going to be notified of this task. But in this case, I just want to get an update for Debbie. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. And she knows that she needs to get back to me and tell me what's going on with the conference. I'm also going to mark this as urgent. So I just want to click on due date, click on urgent, and save. And as you can see, it's been tagged as urgent, and this is going to show up in the top of Debbie's task list, and she knows that, you know, this is high priority. She needs to finish this right away. So let's go ahead next and look at, after I kind of close out some of the overdue tasks, I want to look at our pending tasks, because maybe they're not overdue, but maybe they need some information that I need to provide. So let's go ahead and look, you know, just have a little scan here. Okay, so this is assigned to me, and this is urgent. And this is a PR reference for biotech. So I actually have this reference. So what I want to do here is just open this up and say, hey, Josh, please find the reference attached. Okay, and then I go ahead and this is in my box folder. So I go ahead and click on box, click on PR reference, attach, and then I save it. And I actually want to assign this back to Josh because he needs that from me. So I'll click save. And there you go. This will show up in Josh's task list, and he's able to download the PR reference here that he needs. Okay, so now I want to show you how to create a new task. But before I do that, I want to give you some tips on how you can customize Teambox, to suit your tastes. So what I like, here's a list view. But if you go up here to the top right, you can also you choose to view this in columns. And this is pretty cool too. I mean, it just depends, oops. Let's go back. So this is just, I kind of like the columns view a bit more because it helps me visualize things a bit better. And then, you can drag and drop tasks. Let's say you need to move them from task list. You can reorganize. So it's really cool. Also, you can adjust the background. So if you come up here to the gear icon again on your right, click on background. You can adjust it depending on your preferences again. I prefer black. So it's just a personal choice. And one last thing I want to show you real quick. If you've got a lot of projects here, you can pin them so that the most important or the projects that you use most are at the top. So let's unpin this. So you see it comes here at the bottom, but I'm always in Teambox marketing projects. So I just click on this pin and then it shows up at the top. So these are my most used projects at the top. Okay, so I promised, let's go back to creating a new task. So let's say, there are two ways to create new tasks. You can come down here and at the bottom, click new task. And then let's say, just task XYZ. And create a note, do this now, and assign it to myself and set a due date. So let's say I want this due next Friday. And I hit save. And it shows up in this task list. Another way to create a new task is by coming up here. There's a little green checkbox. Click that. Same thing. Task ABC. Pick which task list you want it to show up in and hit save. Okay, another good way to organize your tasks is by using hashtags. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that. So let me just open up this task. You want to edit the task name. So just click this little pencil here. And then just use hashtags. So hashtag, this is an email, so I'll say email. Hit OK. And now I can search by email. So let's say I want to do that one too. Task, hashtag, email. So this makes it really easy for you to organize. We also, if you've noticed, have a prioritization tag scheme here. So we use P1, P2. So same thing, I'll just come in here, hashtag P1, hit OK. And that's going to get tagged. So again, this is going to show up in order of priority in your task list. So that's just another way to stay organized, to keep track of everything that's going on. Now, what I want to show you how to do is create task lists. So I already showed you how to create one-off tasks, and I want to show you how to create a template because I use these all the time. So basically, let's say, so this is the July monthly newsletter, and I have to do a newsletter every month. So what I want to do is, instead of having to go in here and manually create task lists every time, I can use a template. So let's say this is for this is for August. So August monthly newsletter. So let's pick the template. So monthly newsletter, and I just add task list. So here we go. So this is really easy. I can create a template with all the individual tasks needed for this task, and they'll automatically become populated from a template. So then I can come in here, you know, okay, let's assign this to Debbie. Let's assign this to, oops, close this out. Let's assign this to Josh, Julie, and so on. So this is really great. I mean, it makes creating task lists super, super easy. So let me go ahead and show you how to go ahead and set these up. You want to come over here to your gear icon on the right, click on My Organizations, click on, you know, your organization name, and find Task List Template. So just come in here. Let's go ahead and find, you know, monthly newsletter, and I can edit these. So, you know, I can edit the name, I can create the individual tasks inside that template. You know, I can switch them around. It's really, really easy. And I can set the due dates. So when I create this, then it will be due a week out, this task will be due 2 weeks out, and etc. So I can create them here again. So, you know, just new task list template under your organizations. So let's go back to my tasks. So what I want to do here, let's go ahead, let's assign this to, you know, Sarah. And then I actually have some more information here. So here is some copy. And I'm going to upload that file. And there we go. So there. So now Sarah can get started on that. Okay, so moving on. I want to talk a little bit about notes. And we use notes here a lot at Teambox. And this is, you know, a way to kind of take notes from a meeting, to document, you know, processes that you have in your team, to store, you know, contact information for people. So and they're really great because you can share these with people outside of Teambox as well. So I'll show you how to do that. So, you know, you may have noticed that we just launched our new website yesterday, and it looks beautiful. So let's go ahead and talk about new website. Oops, new website. Design. So this is for the team. Please use the following icons from now on. Okay, and this is, you know, like any word processing document. You know, I can make it bold, I can attach links, I can, you know, attach files. So let's go ahead. I want to attach the new icon. So just attach that. Boom. And let's save that. Save and close. So now, you know, my team can come in here and reference. They know that these are the icons that they can use, that they should be using from here on out. Another cool thing is that, so you probably work with a lot of contractors or freelancers at your company, and you don't necessarily need them to have access to everything in a project, but you do need to work on them for certain things like website design. So I want to go ahead and share this page with them. So I click on share this page and toggle the switch to on. And this is a public URL. So now I can, you know, copy and paste this, email that to the designer, and they can, you know, contribute to this note, but we can still maintain the privacy within the project. So it's really great to share in order to collaborate with external users. So let me go ahead and click this to off. So let's say, you know, this design was outdated. Let me edit this. Let's say this was outdated and I want to delete it. And then I saved. but then, it's missing and I want to go back and I actually need to refer to that again. So what the notes are able to do is show the note history. So nothing gets lost. So let's say, oops, I actually accidentally deleted it, or I wanted to refer to a previous version of the note. I can go back here and just restore old version. So let's go ahead and restore that again. And there you go. Super easy. And you can share these within Teambox as well. So what we do a lot, we'll create a note and then copy and paste the URL to a task. So let me go ahead and copy this and go back to one of our tasks. So let's say, we needed this for the August template. So I'm going to go ahead, paste that there. Please use this icon in the email and save. So now this is a link, and this is going to go back to that note. See, so it's really, really easy to collaborate, to share information with your team, and it just makes things super organized. Okay, so what I want to do now, let's just jump into list mode. So what I want to do now is show you how to add people to your project. You just want to come over here and click on members and just hit invite people to this project. It's really, really that easy. So once you create a project, just click here, add their email, kim@abc.com. And, Kim, she doesn't need to be an admin. So I'm going to go ahead and send the invitation. You can also add people from your organization or other users in your project. So I can go ahead and add, David. I can add developer. So you just hit send invitations, and it makes it really easy to invite people. So one quick thing, we're running short on time here. So I just want to go and show you how to sync your accounts. So what you want to do, let's go over to this gear icon right here and click on settings. So if you notice before, I attached a box file. So you just want to come in here, and this is where you link all your accounts. Let me just show you how to do this. Let me disconnect. Okay, so you just come here, click, let's say you have a box account, click here, connect to box. You have to log in here. There you go. And there you go. The account is linked. It's super, super easy. So if I come into any task, and I need to attach a file, all my box files are going to show up. So it's really, really easy to integrate with storage providers. And here's just a final couple slides. If you want to know more about Teambox, check out our tutorials. Again, we have a beautiful new website. We've got some quick little tutorials there. They're about 2-3 minutes. So if you just need a little, you have a question about a specific topic, check those. We've also got, upcoming webinars, and we've got recorded webinars on our site. If you have an in-depth question, our knowledge base should be able to guide you through any questions you have, and that's our help page on our site. And yesterday with our Zoom announcement, we got a lot of great press and TechCrunch and Information Week. So, check out our press page to see what the recent articles say. And if you're intrigued and you want to learn more, go ahead and request a customized demo, and we can show you how you can use Teambox to address your specific needs. And, don't take our word for it. Read what our customers have to say. So all that customer quotes are available on our site. So you can see how people are happy with Teambox and how they're using it in the organization. So with that, thank you everybody for joining us today. Again, if we didn't get to your question, feel free to go ahead and reach out to myself or Josh. And we hope that you have enjoyed today, and we hope you can join us for future events. Thank you.